Okay, so I have done this intro, Jesus, roughly between today and yesterday, probably at least 5 or 6 times. And let me mute my music real quick so I can actually focus. So pretty much, I have been trying to figure out how to stream because my computer, which is a laptop, functions pretty decently, and for the longest while I didn't think I could stream, and I couldn't really play games or record and all that kind of stuff, but it's seeming like right now it might work alright. I don't know, after I finish recording this and putting it up on YouTube, for all I know, it could be really laggy and really shitty. I don't know. But we'll find out. Streaming right now, I don't know why it's acting up so much. It might be because my computer is just horrible and horrendous. I don't know. All I know is I've had to try to use Streamlabs. It seems like a lovely program. I genuinely just don't think it's working out very well with my computer. And if that does turn out to be the case, I do want to go back to Streamlabs later and go back with them. But right now, that is not something I can really get to, considering I have done over 6 or 7 streams now at this point in time, just trying to get it to work, and every single time either A, it didn't last long enough for the system that I was trying to go through, because I tried streaming through YouTube, I tried streaming through Twitch. Both things, after I hit roughly a minute to 2 minutes, it just would crash, or it would crash before I could even get anywhere, and it would register that I just had never streamed in the first place. The very first time I attempted to do this, I had streamed for 1 hour and 47 minutes. And it wasn't until roughly 10 minutes after the stream that I realized only about 2 minutes of it had captured. And you'd think after the 3rd or 4th time of this happening, I would, stop trying to do an intro, but I was hopeful. So by that 3rd or 4th time when I popped onto Twitch, I was hoping that would work. Entire time, I was like, fuck, it wasn't working. And honestly, up until that point, I just thought it just wasn't recording the video and keeping it. I thought it was streaming just fine. So I was hoping that my friend could come on, check it out. Turns out, at that point in time after he checked it out, that's not the case. So I hopped back to look through Twitch, hey, maybe there's other methods of streaming, and I noticed one of them I already had the streaming method. I think it was just standard OBS Studio or something. And it took me another hour. Thus far tonight, I've spent, I think, roughly 3 hours straight right now just trying to figure out streaming and everything alone. So I finally figured out why everything was messing up so weirdly. I might be able to stream with just my headphones. Not stream, but record with just my headphones. They're not the best headphones. I think right now how I have it set up, it doesn't echo on audio. So whenever I'm doing this, I might be more than willing to just do it with this setup. If you ever see a video in the future where there's really weird echoes, it's because I'm using some old headphones, and they like to take the audio that they grab and admit it back through the mic. So if you ever hear echoes, it's just I didn't feel like fully setting up my Yeti mic and all that kind of stuff just to record. And I'm doing it just through my headphones. right now through this, I can use the Yeti mic as the microphone and just listen through my headphones, and it's seemingly working. It took me ages. Fun fact, if you have 5 different audio inputs for some reason set up, it tends to echo the audio to make it sound like a robot. Yeah. But I finally figured out how to actually record. So, let me... but I'll pop in game here in a minute. But pretty much, I figured out how to record. And I have decided if it does actively allow me to record and post up the videos properly, which so far I've been able to record and play back the videos just fine. If YouTube accepts the videos to be put up, I will just be strictly doing playthroughs, not without streaming. And I will try to stream again if, let's say a friend helps me figure out how to figure out that stuff. I don't know. All I know is I don't know if Streamlabs is still going to charge me, because when I tried doing YouTube, it didn't work out, so I wanted to go over to Twitch. I don't know if there was another method of doing it, but I deadass paid for Prime just so I can test out Twitch. I ended up having to delete it, so I might be out like $19. It's fine. It's alright. It's completely user error there. Not even gonna lie. But at this point in time, if YouTube allows me to just record and put it up, awesome. And then whenever I have a full computer in the future, full decked out desktop computer, I'll probably try again. Sorry. Burpee today. But until then, I'm just going to be recording. So far, I have figured out I'm gonna have to try to refigure it out through this method. But I have roughly figured out how to record this Don't Starve, which I will be playing a little bit, just a short video. It's gonna be my personal playthrough, and I'm mostly just recording it, so I can see how the playback happens. This is just an elaboration video at this point, and I need a rant. I need to get this off my chest. I'm going to end up deleting a video that I had previously, which was my 2-minute video. So it has a horrible quality audio and everything like that, but this one will be officially my YouTube video versus YouTube video. But I am so done. So it's going to be my own personal playthrough that I'm just playing on the side. I will more than likely, if this all does work out and function, sorry, I'm playing with my Chromax cap. And if it all does work out and everything like that, then I will be making a separate playthrough just for this. Fair warning, I don't fully know what I'm doing. I'm learning a bit more. I am easily terrified. And I'm just horrible at most things that I do that I haven't done for years on end. I have been really enjoying the game and art style and that kind of stuff. Picture that you see currently right now, I did one night when I just was in a drawing mood. I didn't really fully feel like playing any games, so I decided to do essentially what was supposed to be the the starting soon screen for streaming, and it's not, it didn't end up going too far, but I will very likely still keep this photo to have as, the base for probably my Don't Starve thumbnails, but I will try my best to try to keep to that. In theory, I know how to record Pokemon Emerald playthrough, which I also have a randomizer set up. In theory, I'm allowed, after I looked it up, I am allowed to show that game so long as I give input and there's commentary over top of it. uh, I wanted to make sure I looked it up because I know Nintendo can be very picky with how their games are displayed, and Pokemon's one of their bigger things. So I really know that you really need to make sure you keep an eye on that stuff. So I wanted to make sure I looked it up. Again, I don't really know how to do a lot of this stuff. I only know from having watched YouTube for, I think, probably at this point in time, 13 years of my life. It's the only reason why I know what I know, and I'm now officially playing with my earbuds case, which I need to stop picking up things to play with because I'm just making clicking noises. I'm sure that's not fun for you guys. I get distracted easily, and if there's things around me, I start fiddling with it. So if I'm ever playing a game and there's an idle moment and you start hearing clicking sounds, that's me fiddling, because I also get anxious. and just, it helps, and I don't think about it until I'm like halfway through doing it going, wow, this must be really irritating for people. But if that all works out, I'm going to be trying to do a randomizer playthrough Pokemon Emerald. I have never finished an entire Pokemon game. I know how the game rolls and it's like that. I've played enough of it to where I know how it functions, but I have never completely finished a Pokemon playthrough game. But I set this one up as a randomizer, as I feel like a pretty good amount of randomization I tossed in there. Why? Because chaos. I don't know. So I'll try to do that. I don't have all too many games in terms of games that I know won't be super iffy when recording all that kind of stuff. I do have plenty of games on this computer, but a lot of my games, they're already laggy as is when I'm trying to play them on their own. Like Don't Starve, when I play it here soon, it's very likely that there's going to be weird glitches getting into the game, and when creating any new worlds, because what it likes to do is it likes to stop responding halfway through creating that thing, and then it hops into it. So if things look wonky there, that's why. Also, the Pokemon Emerald game, I'm not sure what's going on with it, but it's not showing any sound whatsoever. So whenever I play that, I'm going to very likely be grabbing Pokemon Emerald's soundtrack and just having soundtrack music in the background, just so I have something to listen to and so you guys have something to listen to. I ramble a lot. I don't really like listening to myself. I don't fully know how to edit videos. I know a thing or two, but I'd rather not edit my own personal things. I usually can't stand to listen to myself. Funnily enough, as much as I talk. So all of these are going to be totally unedited, and I'm very, very sorry. Thankfully there's a pause function on the record, so if need be I can just pause and then start again later. But these are going to be usually single session kind of things, to where like if I stop the video, it's very likely going to be picked up later, and then that would be a different part to another video rather than, just cutting the two parts into one single one. So there's that. I'm very likely going to be recording whenever I'm in the mood to, which is usually late at night. I work a night shift job, so a lot of my stuff is going to be really late at night. Like right now, it's technically my 5 p.m., but it's actually, 5:51 a.m. right now. So here soon I'm actually going to be stopping to get dinner, which was going to be a short thing. I was planning on streaming these past 3 hours, but it wasn't streaming. So I'm going to try to play a little bit, probably play like a night, maybe a night or two, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But then I'm going to be stopping to eat. But because my roommate's schedules can be all over the place, half the time, if they're not both off, one of them is usually sleeping. So I'll try my best to be quiet. So if I get really quiet one video, it's because they're sleeping. I still tend to be loud at times. Thankfully, they're not light sleepers. But yeah, I do get spooked very easily. Like during that 1 hour and 47 session that I tried to put up, I got scared at least 4 times and startled by penguins coming out of the water. So, yeah. But I'm going to try my best to do this stuff. Here in a bit, when I actually tab over to the main game, you will see a little avatar off into the far corner of the screen. That is me. I don't have anything thoroughly set up right now. Like, I need to figure out a lot of the stuff on how to handle it. So it's technically supposed to be there as a placeholder until I have everything set up to where it captures everything. So my camera, so whenever I figure out my camera and all that kind of stuff, it actually captures me when I move and such. So, yes. Also, hi. I'm very sorry. I came into this entire thing rambling and ranting, and I haven't even said my name. I am Jennifer Nicole. If you ever need help pronouncing the last name, imagine a knee, like a kneecap, and Batman's cowl. Knee cow. Cowl. Even I have issues saying it. And yes, there's a lot of stuff that I need to figure out. I really don't know what I'm doing with a lot of the stuff. So, yeah. Very sorry. I ramble a lot too, so. Alright. We probably should start playing. Alright, let me tab over in-game screen. Let me turn my music back on. Have it a bit lower. Because I need to be able to hear myself talk. As much as I don't like to hear myself talk, I need to make sure that I register what's going on correctly. Right, this one up here, this one is one of my very first playthroughs. Don't know if I'm going back over to it or not, but it's just randomly running around. I recently got this character here. I can't remember what her name is. I know it's not Winifred. The very first time. Oh, there we go, not responding. Woo! But the very first time that I saw the character's name, my brain autofilled to Winifred. Why Winifred? Well, I'm a huge Buffy and Angel fan, so my brain immediately went to Winifred Burkle. And then also, I tend to speed read through things, and the language in which that is here, I tend to hop over everything. And my brain likes to take general things, wrap it up, and go, hey, here's a random mesh. What do you see? And I'm like, oh, I see this word. So I keep calling her Winifred. Don't know if I'm going to actually call her anything proper, but I don't know. But I'm liking her character so far. I mean, first playthrough with her on any game, and I've already managed to make it to level 33, to day 33, and I've actually managed to fight off the hounds. I have yet to be able to fight off the hounds separately on my own. I normally am on Windy, as you could see, and I normally have Abigail fight the hounds for me while I try to hide behind a wall and still get my ass beat through that. It is currently wintertime in this game. Let's get some chow chow. And the reason why it's nighttime and it's starting on nighttime is I always have an easier time just stepping away from this game when I am going into the nighttime stuff. So if I just chill out at nighttime, then I typically leave off all nighttime. I just tend to forget, oh hey, I left all nighttime, and then I freak out when I don't have any fire going, and then the night is about to engulf me. So expect this to have to be very boring. Very sorry if it is. Also, if I pause the screen at any point in time, it's typically because one of my friends messaged me. Again, I'm not at all a professional streamer. So don't, not streamer. I'm not a professional in general at all. Sorry. You heard a kiss sound. I was moving my stuffed animal, and I have tendency to kiss it on the head each time I do. I'm a grown-ass adult woman. Yes. What did I need to do on this? I think I was just reading out the days at this point. Yeah, I think I was just reading out the days. But I'm not a professional at anything, so I'm very shitty at most things I do. Oh, also, if you do not like cursing, I tend to curse a lot. So, I'm not, what the hell was that sound? Oh, fun. Something to do. Okay. Slightly spooked me for a second there. I guess we're heading down this way. Things are done this way. But they are so distracting. Can you stop huffing in my ear, sirs? It's very loud. But pretty much. Words. What was I even talking about? Yes, I'm not professional at all. I already talked about that. No, I was talking about cursing. Yes, my cursing. I'm not gonna be upset if you guys don't want to watch me because I curse so often. I completely understand that. And feel free to leave. You're fine. If you want to stick around and you want to come back, you're alright. Ooh, they're actually coming this time, finally. Ah, there we go. Oh, it's dippity dang dapper? Who was it? Alright. So, yeah. Just leave it at that, where if you don't like cursing, feel free to leave. If you don't like unedited videos, feel free to leave. If you don't like rambling people, feel free to leave. If you don't like me, feel free to leave. I'm not really doing this for money or anything like that. Honestly, if I started making money from this, not gonna lie, I'm not quite certain how I would go about handling that. Taxes wise? Because apparently everything requires taxing, which, you know, it makes sense. But I don't really know how that would work. Because, you know, typical jobs, typically, I'm about to get chilly, let me run back over here, because I have a campfire set up over here. Yep. But typical jobs tend to take out taxes for you already, and then all you have to do is fill out a form that they make for you, and then they give you more money, because they took a lot of your money through taxes. I'm not entirely certain how to handle that. So, to be completely honest, I kind of low-key don't really want to make money off of this stuff because I don't know how to handle that. Not even gonna lie. Yeah, maybe in the future that might change. I don't know. I don't dislike my job right now. It's not the best job, but I don't dislike it. Oh god. Alright. I'm go in. Happy? So yeah, that might change in the future, but right now I'm not really aiming for that. So, stop by that fire again in a minute. I'm also really bad at destroying these things in an appropriate amount of time. Let's grab this rock over here. Oh. Alright. Let's run up the rocks and then head up the rest of the way. Also, if you're wondering what the hell I'm even doing, just in general, I don't fully know either. Thought I had a game plan. Not entirely certain though, but you know. Figure it out later, I suppose. Alright, that's good enough. It's getting pretty dark out. Yeah, so... Oof. I can just already tell half of what I'm doing now and whatnot. Gonna very likely just regret due to how very unprofessional this all is. Ooh, yes. Okay, so those eggs are cracked, which means here soon they're very likely going to hopefully leave. Mainly, that means winter. It's gonna be fully past, or at least mostly past. So awesome. Very happy about that. Oh, I can just put them off to the... I didn't realize I could do that. I do have berries on me. And so I don't know if that's a huge no-no to use those things like that. Very sorry if it is, and it displeases you. So at the same time, suck my dick, I do it to my land. I'll make 2 of those just so I have those. Battle helmet. What do I need for all of those? I really need food soon. Okay, I need to get more rocks and gold in order to do that. Alright, I don't know what these spider skulls are for. Probably should look that up. Probably. Will I remember? It's a totally different story. Roommate's fiddling around. Based on the time she's likely outside of bed. Mouth noises. Last. Where are my tricks? I think. Also, I know I probably should be holding 2 of these rocks at once. Not rocks, thermal stones. Pretty sure definitely 2 of them at once. Be having one on the ground so I can come back and grab it afterwards, yada yada yada. I know. Strategically, that is the better option. Why am I not doing it? I don't fucking know. Sometimes I feel like if I have 2 of them on her, it makes her feel a little bit better and a little bit more toasty. She shivers less. And I mean, like, if I was her, I would want one on my back and my front to keep all sides of me nice and toasty. I get really cold easily, so. And at first, when I first started doing that, I deadass just thought that they would help conduct heat between each other and keep each other warmer faster and warm up faster. Look that up. That is not a thing. It's not at all a thing. Ooh, sweet. Take left. Grab these eggs. Breakfast. I could use it for something else, but as my lovely lady Winifred here typically only eats meat, and this will definitely really help. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm too close to you. Let me warm up by the fire real quick over here. Let's do the bridges. Alright, I'll probably stop by a couple other penguin locations. I know there's one. Yeah, there's 1, 2 north of me. Fun fact, it took me, like, I think a week just to figure out that these paths are actually really good for helping you speed around locations. Legitimately had no idea for the longest while. Nice and toasty. Brain and toasty. Nice and toasty, brain and toasty. Please go plug the soup. Toss. Oh, hell yeah, that's amazing. I don't know if the broken eggs are good for anything. Honestly, I always just kind of grab them. But I really don't know if they're good for anything. I'm just grabbing literally just trash for absolutely no reason. Sorry if you don't like popping noises. My arms like to lock up, and that's the only way to make them more mobile again. Grab some rot. But yeah, okay then. Aw, lone egg. Don't think. Okay, yeah. North and this way. Some of them are alive, some of them aren't. Yeah, I don't think they're good for anything. I think they're just essentially stale versions of other foods and whatnot. But I was like, grab them just in case. Let me put this route making thing. I have this main base up here. Strictly for the purposes of deer clops. We had deer clops for the first time, I think it was like 3 days ago. I don't fully know when it, god damn, there we go. I don't fully know what always triggers deer clops, but it terrifies me every single time it shows up. Ooh, feathers. But it completely decimated my entire setup. And I don't like that. It was very horrible. And I had to essentially hide out in a small little section of an area with just a single campfire to keep me going the entire time. And that was not fun. So this time around, I made a secondary base purely just for the purpose of if deer clops shows up. That way I have a secondary base destroyed rather than my primary base. And I also realized if I have 2 bases or multiple campfires, it makes warming up a lot easier. Please ignore the frost forming around my entire skeletal body. Alright, toss that there. So, here. Shit, I'll grab it in a minute. Don't worry, it spooked me a little too. You know what? I'll feed you that, little buddy. Because I really need that off my hands. What happens if I do that? So, figure that out. That'll be a fun experiment. Mmm. Delicious. Okay. What happens if I do... I know I can make eggs with these. Like, scrambled eggs and such. Like that. But I probably just, you know, wasted that. But, okay. Does work for meatballs. Cool. I know the wet goop is really good for lures and traps. Come on, sit down. Thank you. Fuck, these seeds are taking forever. Right, yeah, fuck it. You can just. There you go. I guess we'll just take that. Nope, can't feed you. Can't feed you that. There we go. Brave for the night the rest of the way. Can't pop this art. There we go. Okay. Hell yeah. Look at that. Look at that beautiful melting snow. Do I have... Okay, doesn't look like they're marked as penguins anymore, but it's possible that I might still have feathers if I'm lucky. I don't think so, but it's a hopeful possibility. This might last this long. Just one helmet, but I want to make more helmets soon as well. Just so I have the helmets at the ready. If time ever presents itself where I need multiple, because these helmets are fucking excellent. At least for normal mobs. I'm not sure about the higher up ones yet. Thankfully, I've not yet had to deal with those. But I'm definitely hoping that they work really well for the other ones as well. Okay, let's head this way, warm up by the fire, and then check the one down by the pigs. I don't know why, but I'm determined that these eggs might be good for something. Even if it's just like cannon fodder shit, like throwaway shit. By the fire. Won't freeze as bad as quickly, but still want to make sure I'm nice and toasty. There we go, nice and toasted. God damn, sweet rabbits showing up over there. Definitely glad I went to this area for Helga. definitely not Helga. From my little Winifred. I'm very glad that I came down this way for her. Might have been just a wee bit fucked for food if I would have stayed up north also. Okay, this would have been their enclosure, but there's nothing around to grab. Okay. I'm curious. Yeah, it looks like it's just rot that comes from that. That I get from that. Nope, don't drop. Damn it. Alright, well, if I ever need rot from those, I guess. I know to grab those first. There we go, nice and toasty. Winning broccoli. So hard to see this path right now with all the snow.